I bet I drill a clean hole in somebody today.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today this will be a video where I talk about Marvel Tokon and everything that's currently going on. The game just released and there's a lot of exciting things happening, but there's also a lot of crazy things happening, PC problems and whatnot. We'll get into all of it. If you're new here, subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. But the first thing I want to talk about is just how players feel generally. Ed Boon did a poll on Twitter where he was asking people what games are they most excited for, and Marvel Tokon won that poll with 73%. Also on the poll you had Avatar Legends at 14%, which is a game that released kind of recently, Invincible Versus, and 2XKO. It is kind of interesting when you take a look at all four of those games. They have different type of problems that slowed their growth down. Hopefully they can get over it. Hopefully they can overcome, and hopefully all of these fighting games can go on to succeed because people are excited about each individual one. I also did a poll on my channel as well. My audience is mostly composed of Tekken players, so I'm not surprised to see Tekken at 57%, but you do see Marvel Tokon right after that with a 24%. This poll is still early on, only 2,000 votes. My polls usually get about 10,000, 20,000, somewhere in that range. So this is still early. Go vote if you haven't. But once again, it's just exciting to see a lot of people playing the game and having fun. To talk to the people who aren't having fun. Currently right now, Marvel Tokon has the lowest 24-hour peak we've seen from a fighting game in quite some time. You have Street Fighter 6 at 72k. That happened just recently with the release of the character Ingrid. Tekken 8 had their peak all the way at the launch of the game with 49,000. Same thing with Fighter Z at 44, Mortal Kombat 1, 38, Mortal Kombat 11, 35, Guilty Gear Strive at 31,000, and then right under that you have Marvel Tokon with 24,000 votes. Tekken 7 is not far off, and seeing that Marvel Tokon is falling beneath all of the new generation fighting games, it just shows and emphasizes how many people are struggling to get on the game, because we've seen in the beta that this number was in the 30,000s. Also, with the amount of hype and the attention that this game is getting online, you know there's a lot of people who's trying to play it, but they simply can't. They need to fix those PC problems as quickly as possible so players can enjoy the game before people move on to something else. The problem got so bad to where you started seeing headlines on Twitter. One of them said, Marvel Tokon PC launch hits performance snag on day one. On Steam, when you look at their reviews, it's 46%. Out of 1,000 reviews. That is not good. That is not what you want to see. These PC problems are literally hurting them significantly. Sonic Fox even tweeted about it and said Marvel Tokon is literally unplayable online on PC. Please fix this. Oh my God. Now, the developers, they are aware of this problem and they're trying to fix it. They put out their own tweet saying, we are aware that some PC players are experiencing performance issues. The team is actively investigating these reports. Please keep your feedback coming in. It helps. Now, moving on to talk about some of the more exciting things that's happening with this game currently. I do want to give a shout out to Marvel Tokon News on Twitter. This person is doing a very good job of documenting all of the important things and just highlighting different aspects of the game. Go and give them a follow, and while you're there, give me a follow on Twitter as well. But as for the DLC characters, we know that character 1, which is Phoenix Cyclops, this is a twist on the normal character that we expect. He has a little bit more attitude, a little bit more anger, and it's cool to see these games not just give us the standard version of the character, but give us a more, give us a different take on the character. For all the comic nerds out there, the comic heads out there, they will definitely appreciate this. But that character will release sometime between October and December 2026. They probably will try to put it out before then, if you take into consideration that GTA 6 releases in, I believe, November 15th. They also will have a Netflix reveal that they're doing in a couple of days. So all of these games is going to be trying to dodge those reveals and those announcements from GTA 6. So they probably will do it before, because after is a death sentence. Now, as for character 2, that will release in January and March. And interesting thing about that character will go head to head with Tekken 8's Yujiro, which is a very big name. So they better have a good name to stack up against that. But it's the Marvel IP, and I'm expecting something great. You also have, for character number 3, it will also include a stage, and that's all the way in April and June. And then character number 4 is around July, September 2027. So that's the full year, 4 characters, 1 stage. And I'm excited to see what they have to offer. Of course, I'm expecting characters like Thor, maybe a couple of more X-Men, but I'm interested to see what other curveballs they're going to put in there. Now, as for outside the game, they're doing something that I love. They're doing a comic This is something that I wish Tekken would do, Street Fighter done it in the past, Mortal Kombat done it in the past, and also Tekken has done it in the past too. But that comic was during the lifespan of Tekken 7, but it was also uncanonical. I wish they would do one for Tekken 8 to expand the story. Regardless, Marvel Tokon is. Marvel Tokon's First Strike issue 1. We got a preview look at it, and there will be more to come for that whole entire comic. Maybe I'll do a breakdown and whatnot. As for the usage data itself in the game, this is for Vibranium rank and above, the first 24 hours. Overall, in terms of usage, you have the most popular character being Magic. This was also the same in the beta, so you can see that her popularity is carrying over. You then have Spider-Man, which was under Blade in the beta, but now their roles are reversed with Blade being after him. And then at the very end, you have Danger, Champion, and Goblin. In the beta, I also believe it was Star-Lord, but as you can see, Green Goblin has fallen a little bit and Star-Lord has risen up just slightly. Now, as for the leader category, right, leading the team, once again, you still have Magic, you still have Spider-Man, but then you have Black Panther taking the spot of Blade. He's still right there, right, Magneto and whatnot. Some of those characters are still at the top. But then at the end for this is Miss Marvel, Goblin, and Hulk. And what's so interesting about this is like characters have different toolkits, characters have different abilities, so they're going to be valued in different parts of your team. Like for example, in the assist category, once again, Magic still leading, Spider-Man right after her. But then you have Blade, which I know to be a very good assist character, which is why he's probably so high. Then at the very end of that, you have Danger, Champion, and Green Goblin once again. Interesting thing about Champion is a character where once you pick him, you cannot use any of your assists, and he has his own assists. I do not know whether or not this character is tournament viable, but I think that concept is super interesting, and it'll be interesting to see if somebody does show up to a tournament with a champion on their team or not. It's cool that the developers of this game added the boss character to be playable. This is something that I wished Tekken would do, Street Fighter would do. I know in the past they made their boss characters playable, but in sort of the modern day and age, it's not really like done so much, right? Well, I guess Street Fighter, they have JP, so maybe they're an outlier. But continuing on, another headline that I've seen is Marvel Tokon's Fighting Souls launch with Deadpool still in the show. And if you guys been on social media at all, you would have seen all of the different memes about Deadpool. He is a character who is paying homage to so many different fighting games from so many different genres and generations. And it's cool to see all of them get love. Some of these fighting games I didn't even know exist. I never seen before. But now they're getting the spotlight due to what Arc System Works is doing with Deadpool. And that's amazing. It's fantastic. I'll show some gameplay in the background. Deadpool is always this fourth wall meta game type character, and to see that carry over so perfectly in this game is also fantastic. Like one of the things that stood out a lot is his end quotes, where one of them he says,
"Maybe you ask the devs for some buffs in the next patch. Might help."
And shout out to Murdoink for uploading this to Twitter, because now we can use this as meme material whenever a pro player loses. There's a lot of quotes from Deadpool that's going to be so memeable, and you're going to see it resurface from time to time. Like, for example, Deadpool also acknowledges how a lot of characters leaks, and those leaks are posted to Reddit. It's cool how so many different aspects of gaming and fighting games and just the whole online culture is like sort of wrapped together with Deadpool. And that literally is what makes him like go viral like he is. Everyone can relate to the character in one way or another through the move list, through the personality, or just the things that he say. For the Tekken players watching, did you know that Harada said his favorite character is Deadpool? And also, while working on Tekken, Harada attempted to secure Deadpool as a DLC, but the deal fell through.
If we were to do Deadpool, they also would want several other characters. It couldn't just be like a one-off type of thing. So it turned out to be difficult.
Due to a disagreement over the inclusion of other characters, Marvel probably tried to force some of their characters that they really care about, or maybe they were trying to push at the time, and Harada was like, no, we just want Deadpool. Maybe that argument led to, Bandai Namco being like, well, we ain't got money for all those characters. We only got money for Deadpool. Who knows? Tekken has 4 characters a year, and trying to have like a bunch of other Marvel characters in the mix, I personally think would have really helped out the brand, but they have their own thing, their own timeline they're trying to do. Lastly, I want to talk about the content creator tournament, where Maximilian and Do2 Doya absolutely dominated. They walked away with 13 wins and 12 wins, and then everybody else had like 4, 3, and 1. It's cool to see so many different content creators loving the game. Maximilian said on Twitter, Feels like MVC3 vanilla launch. Clearly there's some issues, but it's been a while since it felt like this. So many people are just excited. So many people are just having fun. Whether you're playing Tokon, whether you're playing something else, just the excitement that fighting games are bringing to the gaming world is something that's seriously lacking. We have so much bad news. Sony did this, GTA did that, Netflix did, blah, 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 blah. But here you have fighting games fighting tooth and nail to just bring entertainment to the players. And yes, there's going to be hurdles, balancing, bugs, glitches, netcode, but they're fighting, they're trying.